this. Hello. I don't know who joined, but hello to you. Yeah, just came on here to chat. Um, yeah, just prepping, basically neatening up my tackle box because, or not my tackle box, my bag. Um, so yeah. Hello, Gerard Smuts. Yo, Zaza. Nothing much, eh? I also thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update from myself. Um, I was supposed to fish this weekend, but I've ran into some car issues, so I need to sort that out first before I can fish. I do have a very big session coming up in the next, I wanna say 2 weeks. Yeah, in the next 2 weeks, a flippin' stunning venue. The dam mostly consists of mirror carp. My dad has got a nice one of his mirror PBs from there. So we're going there for the long weekend. I'm gonna be vlogging that whole session. I'll also tell you guys where the venue is in the video. But for now, I can't give too much information. But yeah, just gonna be essentially neatening up my box, just checking everything. I do wanna also chat to you guys, see what's up. And then also, no, it's not Ritz Pride. I don't have a boat, so it's gonna be a casting session. Yeah, it's not Ritz Pride. I don't think. Yeah, that's as much information I can give you. It's not in that area. But there are some very nice mirror carp. So I'm gonna be vlogging that whole long weekend. Um, I think you guys are gonna have a good video. But yeah, I'm just basically unpacking some of my stuff, seeing what I need to clean. Because the last session I did, it rained, so some of my stuff is still dirty. Um, but yeah, I see what's the difference between wafters and boilies. So a boilie, you can use it to feed like use it as a feeding, basically a feed. That's what I can say. And you can use it as a hook bait. The difference with a wafter is it is a hook bait only. It's basically designed to pop up slightly off the ground, and then you'll use the weight of your hook and your basically your whole rig to counterbalance it, to keep it um, on the bottom, or just wafting slightly above your hook. So that's why it's called a wafter. And if you feed just wafters, they basically gonna pop up onto the surface. They won't go down to the bottom like what a boilie would do. So yeah, I see Tashan Moodley is asking me what's my take on Coronation Dam. Um, Look, I've been told by a lot of people it's a very difficult venue. A lot of people have went there and blanked for countless sessions. I was one of the lucky ones. I did my first session there. I got a run with a carp. It came off. I don't know what happened. And then I obviously got a catfish as well. And then my second session, I went there with my dad again. I got 4 runs and we landed 3 fish, and all of them were stunning carp. I'd say Coronation Dam is much like, I would say, Florida Lake. There's a lot of, like, for me at least, what I've noticed when I fish there, there's a lot of long range casting. So if you wanna fish there, I'd say long range fishing is something you should be able to do when you go there. Look, I wasn't fishing very far out. I fished 100 meters, but that's my maximum distance I can do. That's placing the rigs when there's wind and no wind. Because it's good and well you can cast 130 meters when there's no wind, but what happens when there's wind? Now you're gonna struggle to get that same distance. And also one thing you need to understand with long range fishing is there's a difference between um, being able to get your rig there and being able to get your spawn there as well. So yeah, there's your maximum casting distance, and then there's your maximum like fishing distance. They very different, and even and if you can get similar or the same ranges for both, then I'd say you're good. Um, when are you coming to the fly? I'm actually planning on doing a session there soon, probably in winter sometime. I'll have to see, if not winter, spring. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to see, but it's definitely on my list right now. So yeah, because I have a session coming up in 2 weeks, and then I have another big session. I think you guys are gonna really like that one as well, at an estate. Um, and then what would I say is a good flavor for Willow Waters? So for myself, I did well there on crustacean from DCN Baits. I did well as well on the Tropex, which is like a banana shrimp. So I'd say mostly sweet. Those fish love sweet flavors. Coconut also works really well there. One of my good friends, Dylan, he caught a nice ghosty there and a few other fish on coconut. So I'd say give that a shot. Um, what I will say about Willow Waters is just the only issue with that venue is it's very high pressured. I tend to have a lot of success there when I fish when there's not a lot of people. For example, going there in the week or going there in winter, you tend to get the bigger fish. If you do go in summer, I will say try a tiger nut, because there's a lot of tilapia or karpa in the dams, and they can obviously nibble at your boilie, and then you obviously lose your boilie, and then there's no boilie on your hook bait, and you're not fishing. So a tiger nut in summer is definitely good, and I would say also don't neglect the margins, especially in that the first and the second dam. Don't neglect your margins. I've caught a lot of my fish in the margins. I'm talking maybe less than a rod length, and I fish with a 12 foot, less than a rod length from the bank, from where you're fishing. So yeah, and then any plans to fish Homestead? At the moment, not really. In winter, most probably. Yeah, I have a planned session to do there. So yeah. I see Zaza. I'll message you on Instagram. You should do an early winter overnighter. No problem, bro. Yeah, just shoot me a message on Instagram, and then we can get that set up. And then you can just walk me through what I need to fish there, because I am looking to get into like your long range casting and hopefully a spotting setup as well very soon. Yeah, I have a spamming reel. I just need a solid rod to do the job for me. So yeah, I was hoping there was a raffle for I think it's the Kaizen Green 12 foot. No, 12.6 foot. I entered that, unfortunately didn't get that. I've actually casted that rod at the Donaldson Dam event. Solid piece of kit, I will say. So maybe I'll look at getting one maybe. If you guys do have any recommendations on spotting rods, feel free to drop that in the comments. I do have 3 on my radar. It's either the Daiwa traditionals, there's also the Fox Horizon X3 spot rod, and then also I saw obviously the Koda Kaizen Green 12.6 spot rod, because I do fish with 13 foot, so I want something, if not the same, identical. So yeah, I'll have to check, because I think Fox only has 12 foot, there's no 13 foot, and I wanted a 13 foot. And if the closest I can get is a 12.6, then I might take it. But I'll see. Yeah, because right now I don't have it here. I would have shown you guys. How much ground feed should you use at Willow Waters? The most I've used is maybe 10-20 boilies, Albert. Yeah, 2 handfuls should be good enough. And then I'd say if you're fishing in the summer, after about an hour or two, just check that your hook bait is still there and maybe top up with a little bit of feed. In winter, I wouldn't say it's too necessary, as a kerper or tilapia switch off. They don't really bother you. It's mostly carp that you'll get into. So yeah, literally like I'm talking like that, and you should be good or 10-20 boilies. What I like to do in winter is I like to fish a stringer. So I do a PVA tape of like 6 boilies and then my hook bait, hook that on, drop it in the margin, and that's good to go. I know for a fact I'll get a fish like that. So yeah. Nate JVVZA. Hey man, hope you're doing well. I believe I spoke to Nate. He fishes in Limpopo. I definitely wanna go venture out there and see what's happening that side. So yeah. And I don't know if you're still here, Dylan. Did you manage to go and fish Coronation Dam or not? Just let me know. I'm assuming not. But let me know. What size hooks am I using? I'll show you now. There's a set of hooks I've been using, and I've been what's this? I've been nailing fish like properly. I've my confidence in this hook is to the roof. My last session I finished a packet, or 2 sessions I finished a packet. I'll show you now. It's a fox hook, snowman style, or what is the best rig to use. So in terms of rigs, I would say it comes down to your confidence. Everybody has their own rigs that they believe in. I would say I've used snowman at Willow Waters. It works. Also what works really well is wafters. And then what I will say about Willow Waters is just remember the water. What is this? The water is very murky. So what I would say is maybe try and fish a bright color. What I've done well on, I'll show you now. Just give me a moment. What I've done well on is sticky puchu berry. I've done well on this color, this color specifically. So yeah. And then to answer your question, Dylan, my hooks that I like to use, size 4, long shank or wide gape long shank. I've absolutely nailed every fish I've hooked. I've landed with this thing. If you watch the video at Coronation Dam, that fish that I lost, I put out the curve shank thinking, you know, it's gonna work, and I hook pulled. The minute I switched over to the wide gape long shank, I nailed every fish after that. Yeah, I fished, I'll show you the rig. I think I still have it here. Yeah, I fished it on a multi-combi because I started losing fish on the curve shanks, and then I swapped over to I tried a whole bunch of different hooks. I've tried the short shank wide gape, the wide gape X, the wide gape what's this, big point as well. For me, the wide gape long shank just works. But yeah, multi-combi, just like that, bro. And I've nailed fish like that. I see Nate says he's coming to Joburg in 2 weeks. What is one dam I need to fish? Look, I don't actually know. I don't know what venue I'd recommend. It depends. What are you looking to do? Are you trying to break a PB? Are you trying to catch bigger fish? Are you targeting a certain species, for example, grass carp, common carp, mirror carp? You need to give me like that type of answer, and then judging from your answer, I can give you an answer. So yeah, And then I see Carrot Barnes. How's it? Went to Coronation 2 weeks back. Everyone eat a blank. Try the coconut pop-up snowman and krill boilies. Hey Carrot, which side did you fish? Because I only fished one side and I got fish from there. I'm sure you've seen my video by now. It is on my channel. I think it's called Epic Carp Fishing at Coronation Dam or something like that. So check it out. I did give some tips and tricks. That venue is known to be difficult and you do need to fish quite far out. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, I'd say if anything, that should be motivation to go back and try and get more fish. And yeah, see, I'm still trying new to specimens. So I'm trying. Okay, Albert, I would recommend if you can. What's this? If you can, maybe try and go on my channel. I do have a playlist called tutorials. There's 2 rigs there. It's a multi-combi rig, and then the other rig is a Ronnie or a spinner rig. Most of the beginners I'd recommend start out with a spinner rig. It's very versatile, it's very easy to learn, and try that rig out. And then once you've caught a lot of fish on that rig, because I started out with that rig as well. Once you've caught a lot of fish on that, then you can start experimenting, playing around with different lengths, different hook sizes, and different rigs. But yeah, I'd say start out with the spinner rig. I do have a tutorial if you check it out. And then I see, have you ever fished Golden Harvest at night? Unfortunately, I don't think you're allowed to fish Golden Harvest at night. It's a day only venue from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Adrian Howroyd, what picture are you talking about? I'm a bit confused. Just let me know about that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. And then I see Nate's asking for what's this? Have I caught a black bass? Unfortunately not. Nate, I'd say depends where you wanna go. What's this? I'd say maybe go to you could try Golden Harvest. You could go to Beerse Trout Farm as well. There's some very nice fish there. It is a bit pricey to fish there, but there's some big fish there. You could also try, there's obviously Willow Waters. I think I've seen you fished Willow Waters before. You could try Brookwood. Yeah, I'd say that's your venues where you'll have the best chance of getting fish. Maybe, I'm trying to think now. Maybe, yeah, Florida Lake is not exactly safe for an overnight. I wouldn't recommend anyone go there. Maybe you could try Marencha, but it's a night venue as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd say your best bet is Beerse, Brookwood, Willow Waters, those venues. Maybe if you're up for a challenge, go to Donaldson Dam. You could give that a shot. It is a bit difficult, but I've seen it's been fishing well recently. So yeah, Adrian, okay. Wait, let me just see. Okay. Alright, no problem. I see, have you ever fished at Struben Dam? No, but I am planning to go there soon. I've set up plans to do a session there sometime soon. So you guys will see a video about that also. Obviously I need to sort out my car first. Once my car is fixed, then I can get back on the road fishing and creating content for you guys. It's always been a day venue. Me and my friends always pay the guards and they let us in. Ace comes alive at night. Honestly, I've caught loads of fish over 7 kg. Okay. Look, I'm not looking to try and break any rules or do anything that's not wrong. Yeah, I try and be very honest and truthful with what I do. So yeah. And then I remember Dylan said something. Would you say the longer shank? Yes. I'd say the longer shank is definitely a better. It's given me way better hook holds. I've nailed a fish solid every single time. So yeah, I can't stop recommending that hook. I literally bought 2 packets. I only have one left now, and that's from 2 sessions. So yeah, because I went to Coronation Dam. I got 4 fish. No, I got 4 runs, 3 fish, and then after that I went to Golden Harvest. I got 7 fish. I lost one at the net because for some reason he tangled all 3 of my lines, so I couldn't really unhook it, and because I didn't want it to tangle further, so I just unhooked the fish where at the net and then let it go and then sorted out the knots on my line. In my previous video that you guys have seen at Golden Harvest on my quest for a 20-pounder. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna go back. Probably in the winter I'll go back there to try and possibly get a 20-pounder there. I came very close. I'd say 7 or 8. Yeah. In terms of how many times I use a hook, it would depend on the sharpness. I do want to get into sharpening my hooks, but on average it depends on the size. If it's a smaller fish, most of the time I can use the hook again because it's still sharp. But if it's a bigger fish, and you obviously know their mouth is a little bit thicker, so what happens after you nail a fish, a bigger fish in like at the bottom of the lip, in the bone, basically the tip, I don't know if I can show you. I'm gonna try and show you what I mean. You'll see like the, I'm gonna try and show you this, bro. You'll see like the, I mean, don't know if it can focus. You'll see like the tip of the hook sort of kinks inwards. A lot of people have told me you can use glass to what's this? You can use glass to sort of push the point back to its sharp point. But once it reaches that point, I don't even try. I just put a new hook, because at the end of the day, I'd much rather catch a fish and then put the rig out and catch another fish instead of catch a fish and then after that lose a fish. I don't want that, and I don't want to compromise in any other level. I'd rather you waste a hook to catch another fish than reuse a hook and lose that fish. Because at the end of the day, you can't really control what takes your hook bait, and you'll never know if it was a bigger fish or a smaller fish until you land it. So now you lose a fish, you're gonna think, if only I kept my hook, the new one. If only I put a new one, I would have got a fish. So 9 times out of 10, or I'd say 8 times out of 10, I change the hook. There's that very rare occasion where it's still sharp and I put it out. I always test the hook in like my finger, just poke it. If it goes easily in and it's still sharp, send it out again. But if it struggles, I don't even hesitate. I change the hook. So yeah, one set of hooks I've also been playing around with, which is really nice. But does I fish on spinners? I fish it mainly on spinners. I actually got these hooks for the venue that I am fishing with the mirrors. Very snaggy venue. Is your Ridge Monkey medium curve. So you can see I got the double X. Why? It's a thicker metal. So if you're playing fish in snaggy situations, you can get them out. But these I haven't fished on a multi-combi rig because I always lose fish on curve shanks. Look, I've seen people do it, but I always lose fish on curve shanks now. I don't know why. But these go really nice on a spinner rig. Funny enough, 2 of my PBs at Bearsig, I landed on these hooks on a spinner rig with a crustacean wafter. I think it was a 14 kg and then a 14.7. Yeah. So yeah. So I can't recommend them enough. Rich Monkeys hooks are really good quality as well. In terms of boom section length, bro, I normally do, I think it's 20 to 25. Yeah, 20 to 25, mainly 25, but obviously it shortens down because I don't crimp, I do not. I am looking to get into crimping, but mainly I do not. So yeah. And then the boom section that I do use, I think I've shown you guys. I'll show you quickly. I like this, the Fox Extra Stuff rig material. I absolutely love this. Reason being, it's very, I can show you, it's very stuffed. And one thing I'm very finicky about when I do fish is I love a rig that's stuffed. I don't like, if I see any kink or any bend in the line, then yeah, you can see it's like a stick, this thing. I'll show you a rig quickly with it, because obviously it's been in the carton, so it's not exactly straight right now, but I'll show you a rig. And the nice thing I like with this material is I like to take like my rig pulling tool and then just pull it for a bit, and then it sort of comes straight, like you can see there. It's like it's pretty much straight. Obviously what I would do is I take my rig pulling tools and then just pull this straight before I cast it out. So yeah, that's what I tend to do. I see for my spinners I use size 4 wide gape from Monster Carp and also crimp my booms. Okay, that's awesome, bro. Is there any advice you have for crimping? Yeah, I've never done it and I want to get into it. So yeah, I see Kristen Tube. Yo man, a long time, bro. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's been a minute. But yeah. I do also want to show you guys something that I got off Temu. That's an absolute steal. So I'm sure you guys have seen like a leader safe can cost easily like 500-600 rand. I got myself one from Temu. It's actually really cool. So yeah, check it there. There's a whole bunch of like holders, so you can take one out. You can take one out, and then basically all you do is you pull this out, and then check there, and then basically you open this, and as you can see, don't know why there's line on this lead club, and then as you can see your lead club shows in there. So yeah, it's really cool piece of kit, and it takes about 3, 6, 7, 8 of these things, so you can keep 8 leaders in there. So yeah, I got it off Temu. I paid about 80 rand, bro. Yeah, just check on Temu. Maybe I'll see if I can put a link one of the days when I do a video about it. But it's actually really cool. All my leaders chilling here. So yeah, just one more quick. Next time. Just yeah, I know I've fished there before, but what's this? The swim never really did anything. We got 1 fish, no, 3 fish, and they were all like bigger fish. I'd say 6 to, the biggest one was a 9.5 that my girlfriend got. So yeah, I see Crimson is here. Where, bro? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'd recommend any mono that's 0.6 millimeters, and get the Fox crimp tool as well as this 0.6 crimps. They're priced the best. Okay, awesome. I'll definitely check that out and get myself a set. because I do want to get into crimping. I just when I started out specimen, I didn't want to do it because I'm still learning, and I wanted to learn my knots and get that down first before I get into crimping. Because obviously crimping is you just click apply and it's good to go. Um, so yeah. But yeah, I'll give the wall a shot, probably in winter. I'm assuming winter is gonna be the best time to go there. So yeah, I'll see sometime in winter. I'll go and do a session there and see if I can't get anything there. It's really easy, and the stuffer boom helps so much. Yeah, that's exactly why I like a stuff boom. It kicks the rig away from the lead. Because for myself, that's one big thing that plays with my confidence. If my rig doesn't kick away from the lead, then I'm a bit nervous. Another piece of advice I can give anybody that's doing specimen is test your rigs in the margin with your lead as well. See how it pushes away from the lead. It will be a good thing to try. You'll learn a lot and you'll know if your stuff is fishing properly. But yeah, cool Della, no problem bro. Hope you keep well, and yeah, I'll let you know if I am gonna fish there. But yeah, you must keep well as well, and we'll chat bro. So yeah, I did see I think his name is Carp Adventure South Africa. He did an underwater sort of a session. I want to give that a shot one of the days. I'm just looking for a venue that's high stocked and the water's nice and clear, because I do have an action camera that can go underwater. Yeah, I've been wanting to try that, just haven't found a venue to do that at. So one of the days I'll maybe give that a try. I think it will be a cool thing for you guys to see. Yeah, and then I did want to find out from you guys, is there any sort of tutorial stuff you'd like to see? Because I obviously know a little bit about fishing. I know certain rigs, I know certain methods and stuff, but obviously I don't know what you guys want to see. So if there are any tutorials that you'd like me to do, yeah, I've got a few venues. Unfortunately right now I can't really go and fish these venues right now, but if there are any tutorials you'd like to see, for example, there's something as simple as how to build a lead clip system, I'll do it for you guys. How to build maybe a heli safe system as well. If there is any rig you'd like to learn how to create, any advice on, I don't know, how to fish a venue effectively, or yeah, just let me know in the comments if there is anything specific you guys would like to see. And then I'll make a plan to try and create it for you guys. Yeah, because right now in terms of fishing I don't really have anything going on right now. Do you make your own boilies or do you use commercial boilies? So I don't make my own boilies. I am an ambassador for a brand called DCN Baits. They sell boilies or baits, hook baits, boilies, so like spot sauces to like soak your boilies in, basically fish attraction liquids. They make that and sell that, and then I obviously am an ambassador for their bait. I fish with their bait, and whatever captures and stuff I promote it for them. So yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, a really cool brand as well. I've caught a lot of fish on DCN Baits. So if you are looking to check them out, just search on Facebook DCN Baits. You should find them. You should see some of their captures. You should see some of my captures there as well. You'll see they work. For example, the crustacean boilies, I've taken it to almost every venue I've fished, and I've caught fish with them. So from my side, I can guarantee you that bait works. But yeah, I did also do a video on my channel, my favorite carp fishing hook baits and baits. So you can check that out. I talk a little bit about what I use, what works for me and what I like. And yeah, you can check it out there. And then if you are interested, their contact details are there as well, so you can contact them. But yeah, would you guys be interested in me showing you guys how I make my sport mixes for fishing? Because I do have a few mixes that I do. It depends on venues. If I do know that, for example, if I know there's a lot of catfish, then I go a different method. If they are just carp, then I also have a different method. So would you guys want to see that? Yeah, I love the crustacean. I have used the other baits. I also have some baits coming in that I've ordered from them for my session coming up. I'm gonna be trying the new squish boilies. There's some awesome baits. They've been out maybe for 1 or 2 months, and they've caught some solid fish. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, so I'm hoping I can get into some of the bigger fish with that bait. Apparently it gives the crustacean a run for its money, so I'm gonna see if it really does that. Hello Sergio, I see you asked what's my biggest fish I've caught. My biggest carp, common carp, is 16.15 kgs, and then my mirror is 13.5. No, it's 13 kgs. Yeah, it was a 13 kg mirror. And then grass carp is 6 kgs, and then a koi carp is 9. I think it was 9. Yeah, 9 on the dot, 9 kgs. And then Jethro Wyatt asked, what's your golden harvest PB? My golden harvest PB is an 8 kg carp. It's not the biggest. I do know of big fish there. Just haven't had a chance to get into them yet. I am still on a quest to get a double digit there. In my last video, I got a 7 kg. That's my biggest for the year at that venue so far. There is another video on YouTube where my girlfriend managed to get a 9.5 mirror, not mirror, common carp at Golden Harvest. That's the biggest we've caught together. So yeah, where am I from? I am in the East Rand side of Johannesburg. So yeah, where are you from, Sergio? Also looks like it's gonna rain, so yeah. Love from Meghalaya. I don't know where it is, unfortunately. It would be nice if you do let me know where it is. But thank you for the support, bro. It's really appreciated. Okay, India, that's cool. I don't know if you saw, there's a video from what's this? Fishing with Alex, I think it is. Where he came to India to fish. I forgot the species of that fish, but it was a really cool fish in one of the rivers there in India, which looks really awesome. Is there any carp in India? Curious question. Just let me know. Would be nice to know if there are carp in India. Yeah. And have you fished for them? I'm assuming yes or no. I don't know. Thanks for your regular content and thanks for your regular content and continued involvement of the crowd. I'm in Katu, Northern Cape. Very little fishing spots close to them. Okay, thank you for watching, bro. It's really appreciated. Yeah, I would love to come and check what's happening in Northern Cape. I do know there's a lot of fishing spots in Cape Town, or the Western Cape, let me rather say. So Yeah, all the best with your fishing. I see Sergio says come to Meghalaya, carp, catfish, and Masia. Yes, Masia is the one that he caught. That fish is absolutely beautiful. I'd love to catch it. I believe you fish with lures for them, so I'd love to catch one of those. Catfish I'm not so much into because in South Africa they are quite a nuisance species when fishing for carp. So yeah, I don't really enjoy catching them, but when I do fish for them, I tend to enjoy it. Especially a big catfish gives you an absolute run for your money in terms of a fight. So I can understand why you would love fishing for catfish. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe try and go live again in a week's time from now. Or in a few days from now, I'll see if I have time. Just to chat to you guys, see what's happening. Um, but yeah, right now I don't have any fishing going on. I need to sort out my car. I just thought I should update you guys if you're wondering, where have I went, why have I disappeared. I don't have a car to go fishing, so I need to sort it out. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning into my live, and I'll catch you guys on the next live, if not on the bank with a new vlog. And yeah, guys, hope you have a good week, and I'll see you guys. Cheers.